back to Practice Makeover. In this episode, Matt and Nina meet with Ray to discuss what it will take to integrate a robo platform into their practice.
I'm really excited because I've wanted to do this for so long, and we've talked about it, and now's the time to really sit down with Ray and figure out how. I know that we already have clients that would benefit from it and love it, and so I'm just very excited to get started. I think I've got to get Matt on board to be that way too.
I'm very hopeful that Ray's going to come in and give us some great ideas on how to implement this to make it work for our practice, and it's just trying to make sure that Nina doesn't get too excited and we make things happen the right way, and I think that's where Ray's going to be a huge asset.
So I'm looking forward to meeting Matt and Nina for this initial conversation because I know Matt has some reservations and Nina's really excited, and we've got to think through together all of what it's going to take to operationalize this and make it fly. Let's get started, and I'm excited to jump right in and figure out what our strategy is around this new technology and this new level of service for you and your businesses. So in this short conversation we're going to have together today, what's the one thing you want to make sure that we accomplish? Matt, maybe you can jump in first.
Well, I would say that I think one of the biggest issues I have is I'm not 100% on board with adding in this robo-type structure. Nina is 100% on board. So I guess my question is how to implement it in. Does it make sense moving forward with our current business model?
Okay, terrific. Nina, how about for you? What's the one thing you want to make sure we get accomplished today?
Looking at, does this make sense? I mean, I'm really on board, but maybe I haven't evaluated every angle. Matt and I often come to the same conclusion from different places,
yeah.
And so we just would like some guidance on making sure this doesn't dilute the current service and client base that we have and is messaged correctly to the people that we really want to serve through this opportunity.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So, so Matt, maybe we could just spend a minute or so. I'm really curious to learn about the concerns that you still have. What's still...
Well, I would say I think the technology is amazing, and I think that having this this big change in the industry is extremely important. So I see the value in it. The question is that there's also this thought about the robo, and it's all online, and it's cheap, and it's easy, and it's just, you know, punch in a couple buttons and there you go. How does that fall into play with our business model? And that's the big concern I have, really, is where does it go, and how do we implement that into our business?
That's not our business model, to set it and forget it and never talk to the people again. You know,
Right.
We have a very close relationship to our clients, and we really want to make sure that that doesn't go away. So we're not here to, you know, service the masses necessarily. That's not the intention. It's the people that could really benefit from it. Do we implement it so that we can utilize it? And to be competitive, you know, we're young, we're looking at future value. So if our firm's going to be here and we have national clients for 10, 20, 30 years or longer, you know, what does that look like? What does the future of this industry look like? And we think that it's here, and that robo is not going away.
Yeah, the technology is amazing, and that's where things are going, and that's what we need in the industry. I mean, I think it's a huge crisis. I think that there's less advisors out there providing quality advice, and there's more people that need quality advice, and I think this is a great outlet for them. So that's where I think the value is, and now it's really sitting down and saying, how do we do it?
So let's talk about your current ideal client and how you describe the kind of ideal client that maybe is really suitable for this new level of service and offering. What would you say?
So our ideal client is someone that really enjoys our relationship. They respect us, they appreciate our advice. So that's kind of one thing, and that's part of how we qualify the clients that we work with. But they also have a need. Mm-hmm. So they need financial planning, they need asset management, someone looking at their big picture, and that's really what we do. And I think we're very good at really taking the whole comprehensive plan into play, not just the one-offs. So for us, for the actual program that we're talking about, we're looking at, okay, if it's maybe a younger family that doesn't need really sophisticated financial planning to come into our office a lot, but maybe has kids and is looking at college savings, retirement planning, they might need some advice on their employee benefits, and they've got assets that they need invested properly and managed to their risk level. I don't think they have that anywhere, and the issue with that is you've got firms that aren't servicing them. We're a natural market for them because we're around them. We're the same age. Our families are in the same position. So we want to really help them and help as many as we can. But the way we're doing it right now is not that feasible. To me, this technology is a no-brainer. I think it leverages it in a way that we can just do more for more.
Got it. So it sounds like you're really clear about the kind of clients you want to serve today in really that holistic wealth management way, while also providing a level of service to a group of clients who maybe aren't ready for that yet. You're playing the long game. So down the road, they'll want to come back into the fold and maybe take advantage of all that your firm has to offer.
Yeah.
How do you plan on communicating the ability for those kind of clients, maybe they're smaller relationships, children or grandchildren of existing clients, how will you describe to them that they'll have the ability to come back and take advantage of the full offering of your firm down the road?
I don't think we look at it as coming back. We look at it as don't leave. You know, we want to work with you now and help you get to these, all these goals that you have and all these different stages of your life. And we're going to be in business a long time. Those people will be around a long time as well, ideally. So, but, when I first got in the business, everybody said, well, you have to have this asset minimum. You have to have this asset minimum. I said, but who gets them from zero to whatever that minimum is?
Right.
And we want to have that relationship long term. A lot of our clients have been some of our first clients, and the firm is coming up on a 10-year anniversary. We've both been in the business over 10 years, but have 20 or 30 years left. So I don't at all think it's a comeback. It's you're here now and you're in our fold, and we want to keep you here and help you grow.
And the technology is not going away. That's the reality.
That's
and
right.
So this is something that's going to be there. So why not take advantage of it? And so it goes back to what my biggest concern is why I'm not 100% on, is that I just want to know really how to implement it. I mean, and that's where, and you said how to communicate it to that's the challenge, communication and making sure you're putting out the right message.
Adding this new piece of technology to your platform, what other benefits do you think it brings to your existing clients and those with whom you haven't even yet had the chance to attract yet?
People want good advice, and they also want a relationship. And I think that's where we can tie the two together.
Got it.
And make it a really valuable relationship. And back to your point of how does it help our current clients, it allows us to still have time to provide that service. It goes back to that.
And it sounds like your clients who are business owners will really admire and appreciate the fact that you're thinking about the growth of your business and how to continue to deliver great service.
Right, and we want to stay relevant as the industry continues to change. And I don't want a client ever to go, man, they're dated. That I can get so much more at XYZ, and that's more convenient for me. So there could be a place in the future that every client may find this very attractive. I don't think that's today, but as just the world continues to go more tablet-based and app-based and all that
digital
digital,
flexibility. Right. And the fact that as business owners, it sounds like you're ahead of the game and you're really thinking about scaling a business while still providing superior client service.
Right.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it sounds like you guys are ready to get going.
Let's hope so.
Let's go do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, terrific.
So I definitely see more of Matt's side. I'm very overwhelmed. Ray brought up so many questions that I really had not thought through. I've maybe let them pop in my head and kind of ignored them and said it doesn't matter. We just need to get it started and we'll figure it out, but that's really not the best way to do it. If we do it, we want to do it really well. And I think sitting down and really talking about it with someone else helped me to not be as gung-ho, which is maybe good, and more think through the process of implementation and look at the way Matt was thinking about it and make sure that we are ready. And maybe now I don't know that we are. I think we have to figure that out some more.
I feel much better now than I did. I'm excited about it, and the reason I feel much better about it is because Nina's apprehensive, and that's how we work well together. And thinking about how she's thinking about the process compared to where she was makes me much more confident. My focus now is how do we communicate it to the people we want to communicate it to our current client base and to the potential new clients that are out there.
So while this was the initial conversation, I'm looking forward to working with Matt and Nina. First and foremost, number one, they've got to build a marketing plan. We've got to really think through how they want to go to market, how they want to communicate this message to existing clients and prospective clients. Number two, they've got to really work on their messaging. They've got to really be clear about how they're going to consistently deliver the message in the marketplace for the future of their firm. And number three, they've got to identify, by partnering with the consultant here, Aaron, at Riskalyze, what's worked for advisors, what hasn't worked for advisors in the past, and how to truly operationalize this. There's some technical bits about how they need to install this, and I know Aaron can help them with that.
In the course of one meeting, Nina's gone from excited to overwhelmed. but that's okay. Adding a robo-advisor is going to have its ups and downs. Next time, Nina and Matt are going to sit down with Aaron Klein and talk about the specifics of the Autopilot platform. Good morning. Great cup of coffee.